Durag Wisdom here, folks, and welcome to Y2K 20.01.21, which is 286 days until the election. The other night, Bill Maher said that you can hate Donald Trump, but not the people who support him. I hate to say it, but I disagree. Because the people who now support President Creep do so with open eyes. They are not the same folks who supported him back in Y2K16, because back then many voted for Trump because they thought, like Obama before him, that he would do something different. But the difference he did was anything but good for our country. The people who now support Trump so that he can finish our country for good, because the first term it was only the beginning, and giving him a second term will allow him the opportunity to finish the job that his boss Putin hired him to do. So those people who now support him, they have the full knowledge of what the Nazi birther creep Trump is. He is now being supported because of what he does. Not like back in Y2K16 in spite of what he did or does. I do not hate the traditional, conservative, classic Republican. I don't agree with them, but I don't hate them. I don't get the urge to shut them out when I see their faces on my TV screen. What we have in there now, as I said before, is anything but Republican. It's dictator, it's totalitarian, it's Putinist, it's Trumpist. How do we get to this point? And there'll be never an end to the discussion, because hopefully once this creep is gone by next year, we'll start being able to heal, rebuild. We got here, ladies and gentlemen, because, as I said before, the right-wing fascists have played a long game in which, with the help of Citizens United, now 10 years old, gerrymandering and voter suppression, they have cemented their place in undermining our lives. Take a look at it. Look at the long game they played, where we've been fighting among ourselves and watching reality TV. Thanks to their long game, and thanks to the support of Trumpist teabaggers, we now have a partisan Supreme Court. Dangerously partisan. I don't care what John Roberts says. We now have more lower federal court right-wing jurists too than we ever had, thanks to this Trump and creep. And Trump made sure that these judges were young so they can curse us for the rest of our lives and for the young people ahead. We now have more poison air and water for our young people to die on. A planet that in 10 years, but I don't believe we have to wait 10 years, it's already here, is going to be a bane on the lives of the young of today and beyond. We have more violent carnage than ever because Trump did not promise an end to carnage, but the stoking of it. Women's reproductive rights are under attack. Puerto Rican American citizens are being picked off one by one with the hope of the Nazi Trump administration wants that beleaguered island to sink into the Caribbean. And let us not forget that the treasonous president of the USA works for Putin, so that our elections will forever be undermined by these oligarchs, these cursed, filthy oligarchs who seek world domination. Here too, they want us too. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, Putin is laughing his tuchus off every single day at us American citizens who have allowed our precious constitutional democratic republic to be eaten up by reality show stupidity. Personally, and I hope this doesn't happen, I will fight to the death if Putin attempts to take over our country. In the meantime, we must stop the criminal Trumpist Senate from allowing the worst and most traitorous president in our history to skate free. I'm starting to watch it today. You all have to watch it. Time shifted, folks. Record it. They want to make it difficult for us. They think we're all stupid. McConnell has to be voted out. Each and every one of us must dedicate ourselves to purifying and restoring our wounded constitutional democratic republic. Creating trial impeachment rules in the Senate that undermine the hard work of the House of Representatives is a national disgrace, as Chuck Schumer so aptly put it. And the Trumpist-controlled Senate know that they are doing wrong. They know that their cult leader is as guilty as sin. This is why Moscow Mitch and his gang are creating rules that will make it more difficult than ever to get rid of the cancer in our White House. I can't emphasize this enough. And I'm not a professional pundit. And these Trumpists now holding our Senate, they intend to hide their crimes further and insult the citizens of our country further that they claim to respect by having the Trump impeachment trial in the dead of night, in the wee hours of the morning. Lucky for me, I'm retired because I'm wide awake at that time of night. I'm going to be on guard duty, don't worry. And they're doing this, these totalitarian Putinist traitors, so they can violently mug the USA in the filthy Trumpist Senate alley.